covering a car accident in a blinding rainstorm. It explains why nobody stopped me, nobody bothered me. Finally, an officer noticed my backpack. It says Randolph on it, in bright yellow letters. "No one passed the crime scene tape but FBI and Steepleton law enforcement," he snapped, and I tried to pull my eyes from the neon skeleton to look at him. A spotlight shone on it. The skull was less than half uncovered, the angle telling me the head had been turned to the side when the dirt was thrown on top. One eye socket gazed nowhere and everywhere, and muddy teeth were bared in a forever silent scream. No raindrops were hitting it, and I realized that we were under a tarp. The skeleton was still buried from the waist down, with one visible arm extended out to the side slightly. An officer was digging carefully, sweeping, in fact, making short, patient swipes. The arm bone appeared to be wrapped in muddy, leafy, woodsy remains of some sort of fabric. The officer was nowhere near the feet yet. Tori Adams said in 4 different places on his website that Christopher Creed had always worn Keds. I looked down where the feet might be, and, seeing only the mud of a homemade grave, laughed at my uneasiness. I took off my glasses, reached under my poncho, and rubbed the raindrops off them with my t-shirt, biding for time. I put them back on my face and took one last glance at the corpse, even as I turned my polite grin to the officer, because my dark glasses allow me to do stuff like that. My eyes can pick up a lot when bright light is shed on something in the dark. "I'm Mike Mavick, reporter. I called this morning." I stuck out my hand for the officer to shake, but he only glared into my dark glasses. I was used to stares and let my polite grin remain. "I called and talked to, I reached nervously into my pocket, pulled out a piece of paper where I'd written down the name and held it out. He snatched it up and held a flashlight deep under the tarp so rain wouldn't devour the ink. "You talked to Chief Rye?" "That's right, this morning. I've interviewed different police officers over the past 6 months. Rye said I could come." The officer moved away toward a hulking poncho holding an upside-down shovel that looked to me like the staff of Moses. The figure was on the other side of the corpse. I kept my head high, but my eyes lowered. I could see a lot in this light. I saw the chest coming clean, 4 rib bones, and I heard curses as little pieces of fabric kept getting stuck in the broom utensil. Chief of Police Doug Rye had a booming voice, despite his whispering. "Some legally blind guy, college paper somewhere near Chicago. Just some friendly geek. Stay, so long as he doesn't..." The officer eventually walked back around the body and spoke close to my ear. "He can't talk to you right now. He wants you to stand where you are. Don't move. Don't come any closer to the remains." "Sure, thanks." I waited patiently as the broom picked up mud, but managed to leave a mangle of that fabric on the bottom rib. I'll tell a truth here that could get me in trouble if people knew. Because not even my boss Claudia realizes this. Legally blind is a huge term, and it basically means I don't see well enough to drive, and I can get scholarships for blind people. I'm not as blind as I make myself out to be. I lost most of my vision when I got cracked in the head with a baseball my first week at college, playing in a dorm scrimmage. Most people's vision, including frontal and peripheral span, runs about 25 feet side to side. After 2 failed corrective surgeries, my entire vision screen is 7 inches wide. About 4 inches of that is in black and white, and I lose everything for 2 to 3 seconds if I turn my head too fast. If I don't wear shades, I see twinkles, outlining things, so I wear them almost always. Funsville. But I make sure to count my blessings every day, because I could be taking meals through a tube while examining the back of my hand all day and finding that amusing. Life is excellent or life blows, depending on how you look at it. I can actually see well